It should say, what's the better deal? Okay, so the first part of today, we're going to continue working on unit rates, okay? But we're going to figure out, we're going to look at a set of items and figure out which one's the better deal. Now, this is important, right? It's important to know if you're getting ripped off at a store or if you're getting the best deal possible. There are some stores out there that claim to, always have the best deal, like Sam's Club or Costco. How many of you guys have memberships at Sam's Club or Costco? Okay, I do not, but I know my sister pretty much lives at Costco. Every time I talk to her, I feel like it was just at Costco. She must buy the store out, okay? Because, and what is Costco or Sam's Club, what's their claim to fame? Why are they so popular? They may know. Okay, they sell items in big, large quantities, right? And typically we think that if you can buy an item in a big, large quantity, you're probably getting a better deal on it. Okay, now that may be true most of the time, but it's not always true. Okay, so what we're going to look at today is comparing some items. One thing we do have to be aware of. It says, if necessary, round to the nearest hundredth. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple decimals, and I want you to round to the nearest hundredth and type the answer in the chat, and we'll make sure that we have our rounding under control here. Okay, so if you do a problem and it shows up on your calculator like this, okay, and I said round to the nearest hundredth, I want you to type in the chat what that would be. Round to the nearest hundredth. Okay, and I'm going to remind you, some of you are just putting one decimal place. Hundredth means you have to have two numbers after the decimal. Okay, and so that means if I'm looking at this problem, I would draw a line right here. Okay, and I would look at the number after the line. It's a 2, so that means keep it the same. So you should have had 4.67. Some of you put 4.70. Don't do that. Okay, it should be 4.67. Okay, how about this one? What if your calculator said 2.987416? Round it to the nearest hundredth. Okay, nearest hundredth, I would draw a line here. I need two decimal places, and then I would look at the number after. It's a 7. A 7 means we round up, so we'd have 2.99. Okay, what if, that's weird. Okay, what if the problem was 10.996271? What if it was that? Round it to the nearest hundredth. What would you get? Okay, I thought I would stump some of you. I haven't. So, nice job. You draw a line here. The 6 tells you have to round up. Okay? So that means the 9 becomes a 10. Carry the 1. That becomes a 10. Carry the 1. That means your answer is 11 or 11.00. Okay, so you have to be really, really careful with your rounding. Okay, we're dealing with money today, and that's why we're going to the nearest hundredth. Okay, because we would want to know dollars and cents. So it would be $4.67 or $2.99 or $11. Okay, we want to be able to compare the dollar amounts. All right, so this is the type of problem you're going to see. If we have two different sizes of Doritos, okay, we have a 15.5 ounce bag for $4.79 or a 9.5 ounce bag for $3. We want to figure out which one is the better buy. Now, some of you would be like, whatever, just buy the bigger bag. You can never have, I'm going to eat the whole bag anyway. But that's not necessarily the best deal. So, what we want to find is unit price. And when we find unit price, okay, unit price is the same as unit rate. And when you do that, it's always dollars over the amount in the container. Okay, so you always put the money on top and then work on finding the unit rate. Okay, so we really have to do two separate problems here. We're going to start with the larger bag, and I'm going to write that ratio. What number goes on top? Should I put the 15.5 on the top or the 4.79 on the top? Good. Somebody put in the chat that I should put the 4.79 on top. Absolutely. Always put the dollar amount on top. Okay, so we have $4.79 for 15.5 ounces. I want to know how much does it cost for 1 ounce. So we want to find the unit rate. Okay, that means I have to take 4.79 and divide by 15.5. You're going to use your calculator for that. Okay, I get 0.30903 and so on. I can't write all of that down. We're talking about money, so we're going to round to the nearest hundredth. Okay, I draw my line there. The 9 means I round up. So it's 0.31, 31 cents per ounce. Okay, so for that large bag of Doritos, we pay 31 cents for each ounce. Then we have to work on the smaller bag. Okay, again, you put the price on the top. So we're going to put $3 over 9.5 ounces. We need to figure out how much does it cost for just 1 ounce. So you're going to divide 3 divided by 9.5. Which, when you put that into your calculator, 3.00 divided by 9.5, you get 0.31578, and so on. Rounding to the nearest hundredth, this 5 means we need to round up. So it's 32 cents per ounce. So which is the better deal? Do I want to buy the 15.5 ounce bag or the 9.5 ounce bag? Which is the better buy? Okay, now you'd want to buy the one that's cheaper, right? Cheaper per ounce. For each ounce, you want the one that's the better deal. So this is cheaper per ounce. Okay, so the better buy is the 15.5 ounce bag of Doritos. Okay, does that make sense? Questions there? Okay, let's do one more example together. Okay, this time we're looking at fruit snacks. You can buy a 10 count package of fruit snacks for $2.09, or you can get 22 packages for $4.89. Okay, we want to figure out which is the better deal. Okay, should I buy the smaller pack or the bigger pack? Okay, again, you always have to put the dollar amount on top and the amount in the package on the bottom. Okay, so to find the unit price for the first one, you're going to put 2.09 over 10. Okay, and I would expect on your homework today, it's going to be a Cami assignment that you're showing your work. Okay, so I know, I see some of you throwing your heads back and whining already. Knock it off. Okay, so you're going to show your work. You're going to set up this ratio just like that. So you have 2.09 divided by 10 is 0.209 over 1. Okay, we're going to round to the nearest hundredth. So that means this is 21 cents per container per package. Okay, each little bag of fruit snacks costs 21 cents. Then we have to figure out for the second one. The price goes on top, $4.89 over 22, and we divide. 4.89 divided by 22, and you get 0.22227, and so on. Okay, we're going to round to 2 decimal places. So there's a 2, so it stays the same. That means this one is 22 cents per package. Should we buy the smaller container or the larger one? Okay, do I want to buy the 10 count or the 22 count? Which is the better deal? The smaller one is, right? This one is only 21 cents per package versus 22. Now I know a penny doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But if you go through fruit snacks like we go through fruit snacks in my house, okay, I feel like I could probably buy a box of fruit snacks like every other day and they might be gone. Okay, my 7-year-old likes to just go steal fruit snacks out of the cupboard. Okay, so we would say the 10 count package is the better buy. Okay, because it is cheaper per package. So you always want to pick the one that is cheaper per package. Okay, questions there?